Hello everyone and welcome to the CGL Overwatch NA Playoff opponent picking stream. It's going to be a Hive night. We already did the opponent picking for EU earlier this morning, and it was actually a pretty fun experience despite being our first time doing this. Well, it's me, Headrammer, joined here with Munching Carrot.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Hope everyone's having a great day.
It's like, is that Munching Carrot? Yes, this is the real Munching Carrot, not the fake Munching Carrot you've been seeing around. Also known as a cheerleader. I saw on Twitter he's a cheerleader for a team now too, officially.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so if you guys need an official cheerleader for your team, Munching Carrot's DMs are open. He does accept cash payments and will show up in person. So,
yeah.
So let me give you guys a little quick run through of how this is going to work here today. This is, like I said, it's the North American playoff picking stream. We're going to start with Tier 1 and work our way all the way up to Tier 5. We're going to start with Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Assuming everyone's on here on time, it should go pretty smoothly. After Tier 3, we'll probably take a brief intermission, both to, you know, get some water and that kind of stuff, and make sure we have everyone else in from the other tiers as well to restock up our waiting room. And we'll bring the teams picking in one by one, and then once for those that are here, we're trying to get as many in as possible. We have the ones that are picking, and then we'll try to bring in the teams that are picked in as well, so that we can get the reaction to both being picked and other similar actions. So. Yeah, should be a pretty fun experience here. We're gonna be starting with Tier 1, like I mentioned, and a little brief rundown of how the Tier 1 format is working, because each tier is a little bit different in how their playoffs work. Tier 1, there was less teams than average than a few other tiers, so Tier 1, the top 4 are making it as a double elim bracket, and in this case, only the number 1 seed picks their opponent. And the teams that are making the playoffs in Tier 1 are Ignition Flare at Seed 1, and all these will be in order of seed. Dark Void, Luminosity, and then Velocity Titanium X. So like I mentioned, only the first seed is picking their opponent in this context, and that will be Ignition Flare. And they're able to pick from Luminosity and Velocity Titanium X. Dark Void is safe from being picked, and will play whichever team is not picked. So Munching, you want to bring in our first team from Ignition Flare?
So let's bring in Mr. Spark NA, the captain of Ignition Flare. I had to find him. He's all the way down. He's
you lost him?
So it's like all the way down. Now I almost lost him, but I got him.
Yeah.
Hey Spark, how's your night going? How are you doing?
It's going really good.
That's good.
I'm fine, to say the least.
So before we get your your official pick here, your team is 8-1 and only dropped 7 maps throughout this entire season. Looking back at your season, how would you best summarize the experience, as well as any kind of like obstacles your team has had to overcome throughout the season? I mean, it's a long season. Things can come up, there's life and all that.
Well, we're down our captain. Our captain doesn't exist anymore, so that was an obstacle. We've also had a lot of close calls in a 3-2-1 victory over Dark Void. The first time we met them, a 3-2 victory over Luminosity. It's been a lot of... It's not been like a dominant 8-1. It's been a lot of just clutching up in the right moments. So, I mean, that says something for our team to be able to clutch up like that and have the nerves to just be able to pull out that last map. Absolutely,
because, I mean, 5-map series are pretty intense, especially if you're consistently going to a 5-map series.
Yeah. With the state of T1 this season, it wasn't. It ended up being that we got a few our season ended up being more difficult towards the end. Our strength of schedule, that is.
Mm-hmm.
So over the back, like half of the season was when we played our more difficult games. So it definitely was an experience.
Okay, who would you say your most difficult opponent throughout the season was?
I would say Dark Void, because we didn't go to anything but
Not 5.
but 5 maps with them because
Mhm.
we did a 3-2-1 for us, a 3-1-1 them, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think they're the 2nd seed right now. So
Yeah, they just have 1 loss more than you do.
yeah, which is a godsend because I don't know how that would have worked for seeding. And I know exactly who they would have picked, which is basically gonna be our pick.
Okay, well,
Or
I
if they
guess,
were a seed 1.
well, that's a perfect lead into it. Thank you. So your team's able to pick between Luminosity and Velocity Titanium X. Which will be the official pick of Ignition Flare?
It's gonna be Velocity. We feel that we've faced them in week 1. We feel that they are the weakest of the 4 playoff teams, and they just recently made a roster change in taking out their like best DPS player or their best flex DPS player in KGB Shadow. They kicked him to the curb. I don't know over what. I mean, I don't really care,
Mm-hmm.
but it kind of just makes this round 1 a little bit easier for us. I'm not really too worried about it.
Okay, so you think, so for your matchup against Velocity, is there anything you guys feel like you need to like focus on specifically for your team?
To be honest, one thing we have to like mainly focus on is just like not playing their game, because they play they kind of like, I mean, it's a lot of one-trick in Brawl, but still they've run some interesting comps in Brawl with a lot of Junkrat. But I think with the subtraction of KGB Shadow, that they're gonna be a lot more one-dimensional. So as long as we like prove that we can play more than just one set of 6 heroes, I think we'll definitely be able to squeak out the dub. At minimum 3-1.
Okay, and so, I mean, with the more recent experimental patch, we have Junkrat being buffed. Are you concerned at all that Velocity's usage of Junkrat will cause issues for you guys now that with the potential of Junkrat being buffed? Obviously, we don't know what's coming out, but
No, I don't think that's gonna be an issue for the one reason that their Junkrat player, they dropped their Junkrat player.
oh, so that
They
was
have,
the Junkrat player. That was that
yeah, KGB Shadow was their flex DPS. And now they have Pac-Man, I think, playing their flex DPS, which was a tank flex for them earlier in the season. So it's an off roll. I mean, obviously we have a very strong DPS line, and myself and OGM Plague. So the hit scan duels versus Jinx have been fun in scrim so far, but I really do think that putting someone new into the flex DPS role this late in the season is a fatal mistake.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Mentioning we don't have the person from Velocity here, right?
We do not. They do not
Jay has been over Velocity. Yeah, Jay's Velocity Titanium. JAIE. Yeah, they're in the waiting room.
I asked.
Munching lied to me.
The
Munching
captain is not here.
No, their captain's not,
Thank
but the
you very
manager
much.
is.
Well, let's bring him in.
Yeah, there we go. Hello, Jay.
Jay, you there?
Oh, maybe.
Jay, you're muted if you didn't know. I saw him on mute.
Oh.
Jay?
Not too sure.
I don't know. Jay did unmute his mic. I saw that. Oh, remuted the mic.
That is unfortunate.
Well, we might be able to bring Jay back in here another time if they're not able to fix their mic. But yeah, is there anything else you would like to say before we get the thoughts from? I believe we have Dark Void's person here as well. Hear what their thoughts are.
To me, honestly, Luminosity, please send Dark Void to the lower bracket. I really don't want to play them round 2. Thank you. I really don't need the stress of another 6-map series. Appreciate it. Other than that, yeah, you'll definitely be seeing Ignition Flare in round 2.
Alrighty then. Well, look forward to watching your matchup, and thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Dark Void.
Yes, at Formulic. Here up. I just like to ping them to make sure that they're not speaking mid-sentence. Here's the captain of Dark Void Tier 1, as I don't believe the captain of Luminosity is here. I've been trying, or the captain of, yeah, Luminosity, right?
That is my understanding, yes?
No. Yes. Hey, Formula, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Formula Tech?
Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey.
I'm going fine. How are you guys?
We're doing good. I guess, first off, what are your thoughts
Wait.
here on Ignition picking Velocity? Was that expected for you? Formula, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Did you hear my question?
No, I did not, sorry.
It's alright. I was just asking, so obviously Ignition picked Velocity here. Was that what you expected?
Yeah, basically. It's, for us, it's kind of like 3 teams that are better in terms of like the 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Velocity was like down below, far away from 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we would have chosen Velocity 2 if we would have been first 2.
Okay, that makes sense. So with you being paired with Luminosity now, how do you feel your team matches up against against Luminosity?
I mean, we don't know what to expect, honestly. I mean, me, because our first game was like really at the beginning of the season, and we were doing some changes in main tank.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we played them with 2 main tanks. Now we only have 1, which he is like more comfortable with us now, which is Oceanic, and with us like being more comfortable with each other, I think we'll be better against them. And we were developed at the beginning of the season. We had like pretty much only 1 comp, and now we developed like more comps than just 1. So I think we have like better shots against them than before.
What was the score of the previous matchup between you two?
The first one was just a 3-0 for Luminosity.
Okay, and then the second one?
We didn't have a second one against them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We played them against Scrim,
Got it. Okay, that makes sense now.
but in games we only had 1 in the beginning of the season.
Okay.
So with that matchup then, you mentioned kind of a little more stability in the main tank role. Is that like the only thing you're looking at to kind of like win this matchup? Or is there anything else you need to focus on, you feel?
Yeah, the other thing was more of the flex DPS, I think, against them. We started the season with like more of Pharah comps and a lot of Pharah,
Mm-hmm.
and they countered it really good with some of their DPS. And we just developed throughout the season like more DPS picks, more comps with more hit scans or other DPS. So I think we just expanded our DPS line and tank line to counter them.
Alrighty. Is there any final words you have before we start moving on to a tier 2, which I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for?
I mean, I think they might be waiting for, but like we can keep going with tier 1. I think they might please chat a little bit.
Yeah, just keep going.
So, I mean, Ignition, we're gonna see each other in the second round. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And if we lose first game, we're gonna see each other in finals anyway. So, I'm looking for another matchup against you guys because it's 1-1 between us, and we'll get the 2-1.
Dang. Dropping
Nice.
the shade. I like to hear it. Well,
Yes.
thank you for joining us today.
All right, thank you.
Alright, thank you, Tick.
Alrighty, so that concludes tier 1's picking. And now we're gonna move on to tier 2. So a brief overview of how tier 2's playoffs are currently ordered. They're admittedly a little scuffed, due to
Yes.
a lot of teams dropping from Division 2.
We got the top 4 from each division, and we also picked 4 more from Division 1 to get a full 12-man bracket.
Yeah, it was originally top 6 from each time, and then a lot of teams dropped from Division 2, so we pulled the remaining we wanted from Division 1, essentially. And the top 4 teams get a bye the first round, And then the next 4 seeds are the ones who pick their opponents. So seeds 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be picking their opponents, and it's double even once it reaches top 4.
Yeah.
So the teams that are currently making playoffs in T2, and this is an order of seed, is Atlas T2, Dark Void T2, Jamia Funk, Ignition Pyro, No One T2, Inferno Fury, Tribulation, Coliseum Gladiators, Phrase, Roke, I can't pronounce that, I'm being honest. Rocker, Crimson Sky, Apollo T2, and Zenith. And those are your 12 teams that will be making the playoffs. And again, top 4 have by the first round. So Atlas, Dark Void, Jamia, and Ignition will not be picking their opponents. And instead, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is No One, Inferno, Tribulation, and Coliseum, will be picking their opponents from Phrase, Crimson, Apollo, and Zenith. So, do we want to bring in, do we have the person from No One T2 here?
Yeah, we're going to bring in Dolphin here to ask him a little bit about how his Tier 2 season has gone. Hey, Dolphin, how's you going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool.
So,
go ahead.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, so you guys are making playoffs here, the number 5 seed overall, with seeds 1 through 4 getting a bye. Your team's, I mean, even at being number 5, your team's record is 7-2, so it's a pretty good record overall. How would you look at or consider your season?
We've had a phenomenal season. I think we've been doing pretty well. Shame we couldn't edge it out to top 4, because then we would have had a bye week, and But I'm pretty happy with the team and where we are at the moment. So, yeah.
Do you value the bye more, or do you think having more play and practice time is more valuable?
I like playing personally, but I think it's nice to have a bit of a break after a long week, It's nice.
It's understandable. I don't know how much you guys scrim per week, but I heard there was a team earlier today in the EU side that said they at one point in the season they were scrimming 6 days a week, and that can burn a team out fast.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
So
we should just get right into it.
Yeah, might as well. There's
So
a
you
lot of
have
things to go
4
through in Tier
teams
2.
Yeah, you have 4 teams to pick from: Phrase, Crimson, Apollo, and Zenith. Do you have a pick ready?
yes.
Who's that gonna be?
So I think we're going to go for Phrase Warriors.
For Phrase Warriors. Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. So that's actually technically the highest seed available for you to pick from.
Really?
Yeah, because you're able to pick from seeds 9 through 12, and Phrase is seed 9, essentially.
Okay.
So is there a specific reason why you picked Phrase?
Well, stylistically, I think our comp would play really good into their comp. So by playing their team, I think we would have more of an advantage, which is why we chose Phrase. But yeah, I mean, they're like a brawl-ish team. I've kind of seen a lot of them like play every now and then. I like watch like match codes and stuff. And so far, I've only really seen them play brawl, and it's the comp that our team plays can really easily, play into that. So.
Have you scrimmed them or played them in a match at all?
No, never.
No, okay.
They were cross division, so I believe no one played in Division 1 and Phrase played in Division 2. I'm gonna bring in. I can't find a player from Phrase, but we do have their coach in the waiting room. So let's bring in Pancake, who's the coach from Phrase.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've seen any of your games, but I know you guys are a formidable team. We'll have to do a lot of prep to get ready for the playoffs match.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it should be a good one, and we're hoping for a surprise to everyone and show what we can really do as a team.
Do you think your team has the ability to upset no one?
I think we definitely have the ability to. Do I think it's likely? No. Do I think people will predict it? Absolutely not. But I think we 100% can.
What do you think it would be your team's keys to victory in order to get that win?
I think we've struggled a little bit this season with getting kind of our comps that we're the best at down, and working out some of our communication with supports and tanks. I think if we nail that out, which we have been lately in scrims really well, I think our team's coordination has improved a lot, and if we just run the comps we know, I think we'll be able to do really well.
Okay. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I think that's really all the questions I have. Munch, do you have anything for them?
No, that's about it.
Alright, well thank you two for joining us. And we will move on to now the pick by Inferno Fury.
Alright,
All
thank
right.
you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Best
Have
of
a
luck to you,
great night.
Pancake.
Same to you.
So Inferno Fury, that is going to be Peaches. Yeah.
Peaches TM.
Let me make sure to ping them so they know they're in.
Peaches, are you
They
there?
unmuted yet? They have undeafened and they have unmuted.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
Unmuted. You know what I meant. Hey Peaches, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. How are you doing today?
Doing wonderful. So, you just heard the pick from Inferno. Sorry, no one picking Phrase there. Is that what you expected?
I wasn't. I don't know. I haven't really been expecting anything. I don't really pay attention to any of the stuff. I kind of just go with the flow of things.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So with going
So
with
I know you're
Oh,
not
good.
technically the captain of your team, but they did
No.
force you to come here. And by force,
Yes. I was volunteered. to come.
volunteered you.
Yes.
So do you guys? So your season was? Let me
No,
make
I
sure
think
I
our
got that
season
right.
was
6-3.
pretty-
So that's pretty
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I think we had a pretty decent season. I think we all learned a lot and grew a lot together as a team.
That's good to hear. And do you guys have a pick lined up and ready?
Yes, we do.
You can pick for
Who's that
context
gonna
just
be?
to make sure. You can pick between Crimson Sky, Apollo T2, and Zenith.
It's gonna go ahead and be Zenith.
Okay. And how did your team come about picking Zenith?
Good question. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, they are technically the last seed that's able to be picked, so it could simply just be that they are the team with the lowest record available in playoffs. Have you guys played them before?
I don't recall. I don't think we have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not good with any information.
It's okay. It's okay. We just appreciate you being here to be able to pick your opponent. Do we have anyone
Yeah.
from Zenith here, Munching?
We have. I just
Hello.
moved them in. Hello, Ducky.
Oh.
This is Ducky from Zenith.
I didn't have you on speaker. I apologize.
That's okay.
Ducky was also
who's
volunteered to be here.
Like it was awesome volunteer to be here.
So Ducky, you just got picked by Inferno. How do you think your team matches up?
I'm kind of disappointed.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
Because I was expecting to go against someone harder.
Oh, snap. Who would you think would be a harder opponent?
Atlas.
Atlas.
Well,
Oh, so the number one
Atlas can't-
seed.
Atlas can't pick, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming for Atlas again.
Again.
Wait. That sounds bad.
What do you guys have beef with Atlas?
Well, we 3-0'd them.
Oh, really?
And we had a Smurf, which I didn't know about. So that match got completely reversed. So yay!
Oh, that is
I see.
unfortunate.
Yeah, we had honestly no fucking. I'm not allowed to swear in that.
Ideally not. It's not crazy bad, but
Okay, I apologize.
it's okay.
But I am definitely excited to face Inferno. Just a bit disappointed.
For sure. What? How does your team go about prepping for these playoffs and this matchup?
I don't really see the reason to prep. I mean,
Okay. So you just want to let your gameplay do the speaking.
yeah, I'm very confident in my team.
All
Glad
right.
to hear it.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Well, thank you
All right,
for joining us here, and
just-
we'll
yeah.
bring in
Hold
Tribulation.
on, one question.
What's that?
Hey, Munching,
That's me.
can I have a kiss?
All right, let's bring in Tribulation.
He has been forcibly removed by Mr. Munching, aka The kiss was rejected. So you said you're bringing Tribulation, right?
Yes, Tribulation Tier 2 is going to be Mr. Goofman.
The man
So
himself.
let's find him. Throw him in here. Good morning, Goofman. How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Good.
So bad.
So
You're-
your team
Yeah.
is currently the 7th seed, but does have a winning record at 6-3. How would you sum up your season so far?
I think our season's been pretty good. 6-3 is a decent record, I'd say. But I'd say 3 of the games we've lost have been to teams above us in the rankings, and 2 of those games were really close, going to map 6 and map 5. And I feel like on another day they could have went our way and could have been 8-1. But despite all that, I think we're happy and satisfied with our season. But we know it doesn't end here, and we're gonna continue in the playoffs.
All
Okay.
right. And do you have a pick prepared for us?
Well,
between
I
Crimson
did
and
have
Apollo.
I did have a pick prepared that was going to be Zenith, but unfortunately they got picked, and I was going at it in the waiting room with the other people. But yeah, as our backup pick, we would pick Crimson Sky for the
Crimson
playoffs.
Sky. All right.
And how did you arrive at that pick as your backup option? Because technically Apollo T2 is below them in standings.
That is the case. I'll be honest. I think it's like our best pick was, as I said, Zenith, because we felt that was going to be a good matchup. And out of Crimson and Apollo, even though we faced Apollo, we 3-0'd them, but I feel like Crimson, I just feel like our chances versus Crimson are going to be better. Because Apollo is actually a good team, despite them being where they are on the rankings. Like, their new roster is pretty good. And I feel like for Crimson, their new roster has kind of been not that great, so we like our chances with Crimson.
Okay. And is there anything you feel like your team has to focus on for this matchup in order to come out with like a victory?
I would say we need to be ready to be surprised, because Crimson might play to their strengths, which may or may not be what the meta comps are. So we might be caught off guard. That has happened in some games we've had this season. We have a set plan and the other team just comes out with some Genji brawl, and we're like, oh, okay, what's happening here? So it kind of
Yeah.
catches us off guard. So that'll be our plan, definitely, to be aware of that, and hopefully stick to our plan as well.
All right. So we brought in Milk Juice, the DPS for Crimson Sky. Good morning, Milk Juice. Hope you're having a good night. You've just been picked by Tribulation. How are you feeling?
I don't really know much, but I know that it's very hard. So, I don't know.
You're a little quiet. Are you able to get closer to your mic?
Hello?
That's a little better.
I think that we can try our best, and we do practice a lot as much as we can. So, hopefully we can win, I guess.
I also hope you can win. Hope you do well in your match. Have you guys scrimmed or played against Tribulation at all before?
I think so.
Yeah, it
really
was
early in
preseason. You guys actually won that
Yeah.
game in preseason.
Oh, I don't recall, but okay.
So yeah, 10 weeks
Yeah.
ago, and now you're having a face-off in the
Arena.
postseason.
Yeah, I don't
Clearly
think
Tribulation
we've,
was not happy about that loss.
Yeah, I guess
Held
not.
that
Well, I
grudge.
guess we'll have to run it back.
Yeah, well,
2-0.
hopefully it works in our favor this time.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I guess we'll have to see in that matchup who actually takes the victory this time. If they'll look at the run back, or if they'll stop that one from happening. Is there any final words you guys want to say to each other?
I guess I'll just say good luck to these guys, and hopefully we have a good matchup, and whichever team wins, hopefully they make a good run in the playoffs. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, good luck to you too, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
I was
Yeah, thank you.
I was half expecting to see good luck. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's kind of known already,
that's
So.
Ah.
All right, see you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, so that would leave 2 teams for us in Tier 2. We have Coliseum Gladiators and Apollo. So I'm going to bring in their captains, Beetle and Viper.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey there, guys. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well.
Viper, do you have the speaking glitch? He can't. We're not hearing him, so he might have the talking glitch.
The glitch where you become a mute individual.
Exactly.
Well, I guess we can talk to you real quick here, Beetle. Then. Yeah. I guess that just means you can talk and he can't talk back to you. So currently you're winning in that trial.
Yeah, you're gonna win. You're gonna win the argument.
Yeah.
So, you guys weren't getting a pick. Were you expecting to play Apollo? Or were you expecting to play one of the other teams?
Quite honestly, I was expecting to play Phrase. I figured since they were the highest seed left that we would end up playing them, but it's a pleasant surprise to be playing Apollo. I mean, we didn't play them in the regular season, so this should be a pretty interesting matchup.
Have you scrimmed them all throughout the season?
Actually, not at all. Throughout all the scrims we've had, us and Apollo have never really had the same scrim schedule, it seems, so no, we've never once played them.
Alright.
It's supposed to be a pretty fresh matchup then.
Yes, indeed.
Move Viper back and forth. See if that worked. Mr. Viper?
I think Viper's just unfortunately passed away.
Viper's gone.
Please everyone type F in the chat. He needs it.
F for Viper.
Yeah. Is there anything you feel like your team has to do specifically to prepare for this matchup? Obviously, you haven't played Apollo Tier 2 before, but from like your own team's perspective, what do you guys have to focus on, like on your own gameplay?
Yeah, I would definitely say as long as we just keep focusing on our own game, just making sure that our communication is top notch and that our comps, whatever it may be, are just ready to go for this playoff game. I mean, our team has a lot of experience for quite a long time, and I think that as long as we just stay focused and stay ready to go, we'll be good to go for this match.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you, Beetle, for joining us and giving us some commentary. Thank you, Viper, for
being here.
Joining us.
Oh wait, Viper's typing. Wait, if Viper just type, do I get the speaker?
Viper, if you could speak, yes, speak.
Let's see.
Viper.
Yeah, Viper just typed in our chat here for this. Viper said, "Can I speak?"
I'm disconnected. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna wait for Mr. Viper to get a little bit of a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Hopefully he comes back. Okay, he's in the waiting room. Let's drag him in. Mr. Viper?
No.
Sad.
People used to talk about how Discord was like the premier solution for voice chat.
We did have a glitch earlier where they couldn't talk as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be it.
Well, I guess unfortunately we're not going to be able to have Viper talk here, but Viper, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if so, feel free to put anything in that chat, general chat, and we'll say it to the group.
Yeah. Viper?
Alright, I guess it's not working, so we'll probably have to move on from that one then.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody from those top 4 teams available?
We do. We do have someone waiting. So Beetle and Viper, thank you for coming in. Hope you guys have a great night.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we're going to bring in now Diamond Eye, Kingo, and Steered Meow, captains of Pyro, Funk, and Dark Void, respectively, and get their thoughts on the matchups.
Yeah, then after this, we'll move on to Tier 3.
Boom. Thorn isn't in there, is he? No. Well, welcome Diamond Eye, Kingo, and Steered Meow. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm also good.
So, have you all seen the picks so far?
Yes, I have.
I think Diamond Eye might be glitching out as well.
Diamond Eye's muted right now. But either way, what are your guys' thoughts on the picks picks at all that have happened in Tier 2? Was anything surprising to you? Was it all expected? Any position for upsets?
I can't say I'm exactly surprised by any of the picks because personally I've gone through to see like which teams most logical pick are, and I'm not surprised that no one has picked Phrase. And I believe if the winner of that game gets to face us Pyro next, so I'm very excited to face no one because there's no way Phrase is winning that.
Oh, so you think there's no way Phrase at all wins it?
Nope.
Why is that?
I've seen Phrase. I've seen the game codes. I've seen them personally in scrims. Not to flex like scrim books or anything, but Phrase are not what I would like to call a playoff deserving team.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. We just played them this last week, and unfortunately, they lost to us with a flex DP, or sorry, not flex support on DPS.
Interesting. So, you think they're gonna go down pretty easily then?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a sub 30 game.
The next game, Trib versus Crimson Sky, Inferno versus Zenith, and Gladiators versus Apollo. Do you guys expect those as well, or?
Pretty much. The most one I'm excited for is Crimson Sky versus not Crimson Sky, the Glads versus Apollo game, because they haven't played in the regular season, so I'm excited to see who would win in that head-to-head matchup.
And we do have a response. Viper did type something in chat saying that his response was just gonna say, "All I want to say is I got the team I wanted."
Yeah.
That.
So Viper wanted to get picked by Gladiators. So.
Interesting.
I think Diamond Eye might have gone the glitch.
Diamond Eye is typing.
Which is unfortunate.
Unfortunate Discord is not able to operate itself.
Strong words about.
Oh, I don't hear anything. Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh. Diamond Eye typed a swear word in the chat and got warned by the bot.
Unfortunate.
I guess in the meantime, is there anything else that either you want to say about these matchups before we move on to Tier 3?
Not particularly. I just hope that everyone in this T2 playoff run have a good game. Make it close, hopefully, so that it can be a very excited way to end the season.
Yeah, give us all those there's what, 6-7 game matchups that are hype on stream, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Mr. Diamond Eye.
Never forget Diamond Eye. You will be missed.
I tried him back in. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe it did. I'm not too sure.
I guess not. Well,
I presume
we'll probably have to move on to Tier 3 then. I know they've been waiting for a while. Thank you all for joining us here, and look forward to seeing your matchups in the playoffs.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
You too.
All right.
I think one of the best things that's happened so far is at least it hasn't broken for anybody that's been picking.
That's true. Everyone that has to pick has been able to say it.
Maybe Discord just knows that you were not eligible to have picked. So
Yeah,
you cannot
that's true,
speak.
that's true.
This is what it is. Alright, so we're going to move on to Tier 3 now. Tier 3's format is a little bit different from Tier 2's, just because Tier 3 is a good bit larger of a tier in terms of numbers for the season. So, Tier 3 had 4 divisions, and top 4 from each division will be making it in Tier 3. And then after that, the seeds will be ordered by overall record after the top 4 is combined from each division. And the top 7 will pick their opponents in order of seed, and then the last 2 teams play each other, essentially. So we got, let's see here. Let's pull this up. Okay, so here's the teams that will be making the playoffs in Tier 3, NA. And this will be in order of seed, I'm saying it. Overthrown at number 1 seed. Lucky 13 Hearts, Ignition Blaze, Ignition Ruby, Frey Warriors, Team A, No One Tier 3, Tribulation, Moose Knuckles, Incendia, Tribulation, Built Wrong, which is just a good name, and I'm told they have a pretty good logo, Candace, Cosmic, Redacted, and Shiva. That is an order of seeds 1 through 16.
Not Shiva. Cosmic.
Chiba's right there at the bottom.
Not Chiba.
Okay.
That I believe.
Am I misreading this?
You already said 16.
Okay.
It's the top 4 from each division, yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the reordered one on the right side.
Nah, Hibachi messed up then.
Okay.
Smile.
So then, yeah, so like I said, top 7 we'll be picking seeds. So we want to get to our first one here, our number 1 seed overthrown.
Yeah, let's bring an overthrown Mr. Spanyata. Let's bring it. There he is. Hey there, Spen. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, let me mute the stream. I'm tripping out. There we go.
Okay. So you guys are 9-0. You are one of the 2 undefeated teams. You're a PS4 team in a predominantly Xbox season tournament, right? How do you was it above expectations, below expectations? I don't know if you can be below your expectations.
I mean, it's pretty above expectations. Like, we went in not knowing any teams, right? Like, we scrimmed only PS4 before CGL. So we knew that they were going to be better, honestly, like, than PS4 teams, because you guys seem to scrim and take it a lot more serious. Which is refreshing, though, because it's like people are more competitive, right?
Right. How would you say the styles differ between the teams in terms of, like, obviously you say the Xbox teams take it more competitively, but what about team styles overall and what they want to play and how they play?
You could tell the top teams have like a stronger grip on like what comps to play. Like, obviously, like the top 8 like go in with like what they want to play and play it. Not like obviously amazing because it's console watch T3, but it's a lot better than what we were scrimming before. Not gonna lie.
So do you feel those scrims made your team better?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot like more intense scrims against Xbox teams only. Like, we do 1 PS4 scrim a week now. We used to only do PS4 because it's not as competitive, right?
Okay, and has your team had to like overcome any struggles throughout this season that you would feel that like made your team stronger in the end?
I don't know. We kind of had a bit of Discord like before the season, but it all got kind of sorted out right before. Like, we kind of got our act together, like scrimming regularly right before CGL started. So it was kind of all prior to the season, I'd say.
Okay, makes sense. So with your team being the #1 seed, your team does pick first here. Your team is able to pick from seeds, I believe, 8 through 16, or no, sorry, they're able to pick through 9 through 16. What seed or team will your team be picking?
So you get picked from Incendia, Saskatoon Moose Knuckles, Tribulation Retribution, No One, Candace, Built Wrong, or Cosmic. You guys have a pick lined up?
Yeah, we do. We're gonna go ahead and eliminate the other PS4 team and pick Cosmic.
Really?
All right.
Yeah, we gotta be the only PS4 team.
I'm trying to be the last one standing.
Trying to prove our dominance over Xbox, really.
I can't seem to find anyone. Cannot seem to find the representative for Canada.
Oh, is Vex not here?
Vex is not in.
Oh, we got donut walled by them. They were too afraid to show up. That's what it was.
Yeah, they're scared.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Unlucky.
So
you said it's for.
Yeah, so let's think of it like we're conquering, right? So we're taking over PS4, and then we're gonna win the whole thing over Xbox. Yeah.
It's interesting too because I've heard other ones before talk about how they wanted to keep like some people from their platform around to like try to like have their platform win or something like that overall and like have the final.
Sorry, nope.
No, not you. You just want to conquer early.
All the attention.
Okay. I like the confidence. So, you mentioned before you've had scrimmed a lot of PS4 teams in the past. So have you scrimmed Cosmic before?
Oh, yeah, last night.
Oh, last night. So you have a lot of information.
Yeah. Recent memory.
So how do you guys feel like you match up against Cosmic?
Pretty well. They've honestly improved. I scrimmed them on an old team I played on. They weren't as good. They're definitely way better now. But I think we're just overall more coordinated.
Okay. And is there anything you feel like you guys need to focus on for this matchup specifically?
Well, I'm not for the matchup specifically, but for playoffs, we were working on countering Farah, but that's not really a thing anymore, so.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. But...
Yep.
Yep.
I told everyone in the waiting room we gotta make a pact to ban pharmacy for playoffs. So that's the plan.
My team actually runs a lot of Pharah, so I understand the annoyance of it. Pharmacy's annoying.
It's not fun when you're a Rhine player.
I get you. The main tank experience.
For sure.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us here, and good luck in your matchup against Cosmic. And I hope you establish your dominance over the PlayStation console.
Thank you for having us. You guys are doing great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. I'll move him back. All right. So they picked Cosmic, the other team from PS4, and now we're gonna move on to Lucky 13. We're gonna bring Bree in from Lucky 13 to give us their pick. Hey there, Bree. How you doing?
Bree?
Oh no. Hopefully.
Hi.
Oh, sweet, it works. You give me a heart attack for a second.
I don't know.
So, Overthrown just went. They were the first seed. You guys are second. They picked Cosmic. And now you, or first let's talk about your season, right? You guys went 9-0 as well in Division 1.
We did.
Was that above your expectations, below your expectations?
You know, like I didn't come to L13 until like until like week 3, I think, week 4.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I played with Rehydrated for 2 weeks because they needed someone for games. So I came and played for them for 2 weeks, and then I left. And then I came to L13 and I'm like, this is a solid team. Like I like the people here, like they're solid and they're good. So it's like I expected us to go 9-0, honestly.
Oh.
Like we've played
confidence.
like when Incendia had that really good roster, like it was a close game. We pulled through and like won. Like I watched it. It was amazing. Like so I kind of expected us to go 9-0 when I joined. I was like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah, you have Ink on the main tank. He's doing his thing. Everyone knows Ink from Tier 2 from last season. He played the Hanzo character. Now he's playing the Reinhardt.
Yep.
So it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Both are projectiles.
Oh yeah.
So Bree, do you have a pick lined up for us that isn't Cosmic?
I do, actually. I do.
So
Lucky 13 decided to go for Built Wrong as our choice.
Okay.
Built Wrong. All right.
How did you all come about picking this one?
Oh, like, I don't know many teams in Tier 3 since there's, 4 divisions or whatever.
There's quite a few, yes.
It's like I only know a selected few. So, I talked with the L13 people. I'm like, hey, guys, who do I need to choose for this? Kind of nervous. And they were just like, here are your 2 options. Try and get the first one. And I'm like, okay. Okay.
So
I'll do whatever
Brennan
you guys.
Syrup, one of the players for Built Wrong. How are you doing?
I'm alright.
Alright. So I know you guys squeaked into playoffs. I'm glad you guys are here, just to have more people. And you guys just got picked by Lucky 13. Are you happy with that? I don't know if you've ever scrimmed them or not.
No. Honestly, this is my first year in CGL, so I actually know nothing at all. So this is just all new to me. But I can see by the standings that they're one of the best teams. So I mean, from my point of view, it's kind of scary, I guess. I don't know how my team feels about it, but we had a rough start, but I feel like we're doing a lot better, and we're kind of pulling our shit together. So
you feel like you guys are kind of at the best form you've been in a while?
Yeah, basically. We actually have some sort of leadership now. Before we were kind of just chickens without their heads,
But you did have a good logo.
That's true.
Thank you. Yes.
Your logo is the best in Tier 3. I have to say.
Yeah.
So we've been asking this to a lot of the other teams, and what do you feel your team has to focus on in order to, like you mentioned before, Lucky 13 is a 9-0 team. What does your team specifically have to focus on to feel like to make sure you're in a state which you could take on a team that is undefeated currently?
So I feel like whenever we play, it's we don't finish things. We get it started and then we just fall. I'm the DPS, right? And I'll kill at least 2, and we just don't go in. We just stay at choke, or we just back off when we have an advantage.
Okay, so properly
So-
like capitalizing off of like the advantage you guys
Yeah,
have.
just capitalize on picks and stuff, but we don't do that.
Yeah, so just basically what you're saying is your team just needs to feed a bit more.
Yeah, basically.
There you go. Just all go in. Just maybe just need one person on the roster just to scream like go, 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 go.
Yeah, exactly.
Understandable. Did either of you guys expect that Overthrown would pick try to eliminate their PS4 counterpart?
No, actually, I didn't even know they were a PlayStation team.
Yeah, I didn't know until we were talking in the waiting room that they were a PS4 team, and I was like, I don't know like any PS4 teams because obviously it's new.
I only knew about Shiva because we
CGL,
played them.
like, yeah.
Okay.
So
Was there?
it's interesting. Like I get the whole mentality of like getting rid of like your opponent because to be like the only PS4 team in like playoffs, like I get that mentality. Like it makes sense. So.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything else either of you two want to say before we move on to Ignition Blaze?
Nope, I'm good.
Well, I know all the Lucky 13 people at least want me probably to drop a caterpillar. So I'll just say drop a caterpillar in our Discord because they always, I don't know, I always get pinged on Twitter by random people to just drop a caterpillar and it scares me sometimes because I don't know who you are sometimes. Like,
all right.
I don't know you that well,
actually,
but you're telling me to drop a
is really
caterpillar,
happy
like,
in
okay.
chat. I can see
Yeah,
he's just saying yes with a lot of S's right now.
Yeah. They always, like, literally Shadow will stop me mid-sentence and be like, Bree, drop a motherfucking caterpillar. And I'm just like, I'm trying to talk. What are you doing? Okay.
So this is a team thing, basically.
I
You're
don't get
saying.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Like they said the other night, like, I just bring a great, like, I guess, mental to the team. Like, I don't know.
So you're the emotional core of your team.
Yeah, I guess. They said that the other night, and I was just like, okay, it's fine with me.
It's like I take this. This is mine.
Yeah, I take it. Yeah.
Yeah, every team needs one of those.
Okay. Yeah,
All right. Thank you guys for coming.
first. Thank you.
All right, so we got Ignition Blaze here next.
I don't believe so.
What?
No.
Okay, what's
I
next?
believe the next team is gonna be Velocity Nitro X. They were another 9-0 team this season, and Blaze were 8-1. So
I must be blind.
yes, I believe you are.
I apologize that I wear glasses.
Come on, Headremmer, get younger. All right.
Just get around. It's just old
Hey,
diff over here.
For real.
It's just old diff
We're
over
gonna
here.
bring in J from Velocity coming in.
Wait, we had this J before, right?
Oh, that's right. They were in here for the Tier 1 team. I don't know if the microphone is working.
I thought Jay talked earlier. Or is Jay not talking earlier?
Jay was not talking earlier. Now they're muted, so I'm not sure. Maybe. Try again. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Woot! Yes, we can hear you. Heck yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice. All right. So, you guys came from Division 4. You went 9-0, and I know for a fact you guys had some last-minute score shakeups. So, how did you guys think your season went, all things considered?
All things considered, I think we did really, really well for our first season in CGL. We came off of a grand finalist, like runner-up season from Firewall, so we wanted to give CGL a go with like a brand new roster. And like you said, all things considered, the teams that we did go against that we lost to, we could tell that they had Smurfs, so we weren't really worried about them, and we kind of coasted the rest of the season. So I think that we did pretty well overall.
Nice. Is you said you guys brought in a new roster for the season. How many was it? Like, was there a core and you just added on to it, or was it just completely new?
It was almost completely new. Last season, we had like our original T3 team, and the majority of those players got pushed up to our T4 team. So this season we only ended up keeping me and 2 others from the original roster and added the rest.
Okay. So yeah, that is a pretty big change.
Yeah.
So, since you guys are third seed, you get the third pick. You guys have a pick lined up for us? That's not built wrong for Cosmic?
Yes, we're gonna go ahead and go with no one. T3.
You're gonna pick no one.
Ah. How did you come up with this pick?
So originally we did want to go with Built Wrong because we've gone against them before. They were in our division, so we were comfortable with going against them, but that got picked. So our backup was no one because we've gone against them in scrim several times, and we feel pretty comfortable with going against them for playoffs.
All right. So we brought in the captain of no one, Big Burrito. Good morning, Burrito. How are you doing?
Hello.
So you guys just got picked by Velocity. How? You surprised by that? I don't know.
I've never heard of them. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Fair enough.
Ah, he just did a "Who are you" thing.
No, I literally don't know. It's not even like a "Who are you" thing.
Jay was just saying that they scrimmed you multiple times.
Yeah, we scrimmed you up here.
When? Maybe I'm dumb. I don't remember this.
Yeah, within the last like 2 weeks was our most recent one.
Oh. Okay.
I was just waiting for Jay to drop that. Yeah, we scrimmed literally yesterday.
Okay.
All right. Burrito, you guys had a okay season. Moving up from tier 2 to tier 3, you guys went 7-2. Is that above expectation? Below expectation?
I think that's right where we thought we would probably be.
All right.
I mean, you know.
It's good to hear. And
with your team being 7-2, did your team have to like work through any struggles throughout the season, or was it like a fairly smooth one for you guys?
Oh, there's been a lot of struggles, I'd say.
What kind of issues did your team have?
It's mainly scheduling conflicts. With most of our players have IRL stuff they do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to get them on for even scrims. Like we'll scrim. I'd say we're probably like one of the worst teams to scrim in tier 3 because we'll have like I'll have 6 people say they can make it, and then they'll show up 30 minutes late.
Oh,
like
okay.
Yeah, so
that's the no one I know.
Yeah, that's the no one you know.
It's the no one I've known for the last 3 years you guys have been playing.
Yeah, it's the no one special, we like to call it. So,
Alright. Well, do you guys have anything else to say to each other before playoffs start on Monday?
No.
Good luck.
Okay.
Alright, well I hope both your teams are able to schedule your match without much scheduling conflict.
Should be good, I think.
You think? Okay, we're already hitting the doubt in there.
You never know. You never know with this thing.
Alright, thank
you guys
you
have
very
a
much.
great night.
You too.
Alright,
so that was our 3rd seed, Nitro X. We're moving on to our 4th seed, Renegades. Gonna bring in the captain, Pierre.
Woo woo.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Good morning, Pierre. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
So, how do you feel Renegade's season has been so far for you guys?
I think our season has been fantastic. We have had a little bit of hiccups, but they've been mainly because we haven't had like starters being able to come to games.
So they've just had IRL stuff. They couldn't really show up as much, or
yeah. I had some IRL stuff go down for a game, and 2 others have had stuff happen on 2 other games.
so just like a lot of unfortunate timings, basically.
Yeah.
Do you think that those days are kind of behind your team now, and for the playoffs, you be able to like field the roster you want to field?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've gotten a taste of what our full roster will be, and I think we'll do very well in playoffs.
Okay, and might as well just move right into it then. Do you guys have your pick that isn't Cosmic Built Wrong, or no 1, 2, 3?
We have not gotten sniped either.
Oh. Okay, who are you picking?
We will be picking Tribulation Tier 3.
Okay.
Tribulation Tier 3. Okay.
How did your team come up with this pick?
Well, we played them week 9, and I would say, with no ego, handily beat them without 3 of our starters being there.
And did they have all their people there?
And they had all their people there, yes.
Interesting. So you think that, do you think is it just a favorable matchup for you guys, or do you think their team is struggling overall?
Matchup, comp-wise, I think. we play a lot of Pharah and like double hit scan, and even without our Pharah play being there because of a suspension, we still ran it and beat them with it.
Okay.
Brought in Goofman, was a previous player from Tribulation Tier 3, but he's playing on Trip Tier 2 now. It's the best thing we got since QZ's not here.
QZ, apparently we've been informed that he has an incredibly bad sleep schedule.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of aware of that, I guess.
So, Goofman, obviously you're not with the team exactly anymore, but are you familiar with the Renegades team?
I am, yes, and even though I'm not on G3, I still know like the people on the team, and I've like filled for scrims with those people. So yeah, obviously Renegades pretty good team, and like they pick us, you know, with the belief that it's a good matchup for them. But I think one thing about Trib is that, you know, we will take on anyone. Like we have a lot of upset potential. Like, you know, we'll upset the best teams. We'll get upset by like one of the worst teams as well. So I feel like this matchup is like definitely winnable for us, even if we're not favorites going into it.
So you feel your team just needs to work on a little bit its consistency in order to kind of pull off that upset?
That definitely would be a part, and I feel like the players would have to play exceptionally well, because Renegades is a team where if you're not on your best, they will, you know, they'll embarrass you. So we definitely have to make sure that we're, you know, playing our best and force Renegades, you know, like make them uncomfortable and like be dominant from the start, I guess. Like no fooling around.
Just play with that confidence and just like not not respecting your opponent.
Yeah, like we're in playoffs for a reason, right? So and from here on, it's anyone's game. So it doesn't matter if you're 9-0 or if you're like, you know, 0-9, whatever. Like if you're here, just you gotta play with that confidence.
I fully agree. Pierre, is there anything you want to say to Goofman? Obviously, he's not exactly on the team right now, but he can be the target in this one.
I don't know how to follow that up. That was inspirational.
Yeah, no, I'll convey the message. But
That was good.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't know. We're just gonna play our game how we've planned to, and we expect good results.
Dun dun dun. Okay.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to spectating the game.
I guess one final question: of all the previous picks that happened so far, did any of the picks surprise you guys?
I'm surprised Lucky 13 didn't pick Incendia. They beat him twice in the regular season.
That's true.
But
I probably have to go with that one as well.
The first three bottom teams going first, it's hard to be surprised.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I
Thank
agree.
you guys for coming. We're gonna carry on. That way, Tier 4 doesn't have to wait.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Have a good one, guys. And our next one is going to be Ignition Blaze. So they're up next. So we're gonna bring in their main support, Mr. Pancake, who we actually heard from earlier for Phrase, but now here for Blaze. Good morning, Pancake.
Good morning? Sure.
Wait, that's a serious question. Munching, is your sleep schedule bad too?
No, it's just morning.
That's not how that works.
6 p.m. on the west coast, 9 on the east.
Yeah, I think Munching Carrot doesn't sleep very much any of the days, and he's just getting a little bit loopy.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Pancake. You guys, 8-1 in the season.
Yep.
Lost that map lost the game to Velocity. Is that better, worse than you expected when you started the season?
It's a little bit better than I expected coming in, just because I'm fairly new to CGL on the whole, and didn't realize that my team was just going to be amazing. So I was not expecting to come in and have as good of a performance as we did. But as we progressed in the season, I started like clocking on, like, hey, wait a minute, I joined a team that's actually really good, and so yeah, not exactly what I expected, but pretty happy with that as a result.
All right. And do you have a pick lined up for us?
We do. We we looked through and we decided that if we want a nice, well, I'm gonna be honest, a nice easy match, we just pick Candace.
Okay.
Okay.
Candace, we're gonna bring in the captain. Difference.
Differences.
They're
deafened.
Nope, they're undeafened. They're still muted.
Hello.
There they are. Hey there, Difference. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Doing all right. So I know you guys were another team that just squeaked in the playoffs earlier today.
Yep.
So I hope you guys. I mean, because you played Tier 2 last season, right?
Yeah, for sure. Darkness T2, baby.
Darkness. I remember. Did you guys make playoffs? Or?
Yeah, we are a consistent playoff roster.
That's good. So going into the playoffs this season, you're picked by Ignition Blaze. How are you feeling?
Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy that we didn't get picked early. It's nice to be shown that everybody else thinks we're a threat, so that's good. I think coming into this as a team who has not scrimmed once and is doing this for fun, I'm feeling pretty confident in having fun and probably beating them. I'm just a little bit confident.
Okay.
And just a bit of history, Pancake, just so you know, Ignition has never won a playoff game.
Wait, really?
Oh, wow, we gotta make history repeat again, I guess.
Gotta repeat history difference.
See, that's the thing about this year. It's crazy because both Ignition teams, I'm very confident, are going to make it at least past round 1 this year. I mean, we picked Candace because going into our first week, we figured, we've had a week off, and who doesn't want a second week off? And facing Candace is practically another bye week for us. So we figure, nice little 2-week break before the real competition starts, and yeah.
I see where you're coming from.
So what you're saying is, like, if you ended up losing to a team that doesn't scrim, it would be an embarrassment.
It'd be a little
Absolutely.
funny, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be a little
It would be pretty funny, gotta admit. I mean, I think it's kind of entertaining to talk about, things that are just not gonna happen, but it would be funny if it did, let's be real.
It would be very funny. It would be very sad for you guys though.
So
No, I'm confident both Ignition teams this year got playoffs.
So difference then. So you mentioned before that Candace is a team that really doesn't scrim and mainly plays for fun. Is the team just primarily a friend group then?
Basically just a friend group, and then some. We needed some players in, so we picked up some from the old Darkness T2 roster, and we're bringing it back. We only lost our playoff game last year because half our team couldn't play the game because we were all in Texas during the snowstorm.
Oh yeah, I was also there during that. It was an experience.
Yes.
I had actually, weirdly enough, I did not lose power, but I found out after I lost water because a water pipe burst that my my heat in my place is powered by my hot water heater. So without no water, I had no heat.
It's unfortunate.
Is there any final words you two have for each other before we move on to the next one?
I mean, I'm ready for round 2. I hope they are.
I'm ready for finals at this point, let's be real.
Oh,
round 2 is just kind of a stepping stone.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great one.
Too.
Thank you. Get out of here. All right, move on. All right, moving on to the next game. Our next match is actually Ignition Ruby, which is actually my team. So I'll be doing the picking. Yeah.
So Munching.
What's up?
I guess I'm interviewing you now. Hello there. Nice to meet you. How's your day going?
Good morning. Yeah. Hey.
No, it's not good morning. We're not doing that again. So Ruby has currently 8-1 as well. With a pretty similar map differential to your other roster of the org.
Very similar.
Yeah.
The exact same.
Yeah, -1. The map diff is what your map diff is actually one
that's
worse than the other one. So technically the other team's better than you.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So how would you describe Ignition Ruby's season so far?
Oh, it's been absolutely crazy considering. At the beginning of the season, my main tank was gone for 3 weeks. My off tank was gone for 2 weeks. My flex support's Xbox broke. My main hitscan player had to go back to school in EU, so he moved only to the weekends.
Okay.
And then my off tank player took a leave, and we kicked him off the team. So one of our flex DPS picked up off tank. It's been crazy, but we're still 8-1.
So how are you with all these challenges? How are you 8-1?
We're just the best team.
You're the best team. I mean, you don't have the best record.
The best. Yeah. Well, that's because we had to forfeit one game due to scheduling diff.
Scheduling diff. Well, I mean, I guess that comes a little bit understandable with all those potential issues that you mentioned from earlier.
Yeah.
Is this a new roster for the season, or is it a roster that's been around for a while?
Indeed, a new roster. I'm the only returning member that has played for Ignition, and I believe I only have 2 other Tier 3 players. The rest are rookies.
Okay, that's pretty impressive then. So your previous roster left you, and you got a new one.
Yes, essentially.
Okay. So you mentioned before how Ignition team has never won a playoff match.
Correct.
And your other org person there kind of seemed like it was going to change this time around. What are you guys doing to make sure you actually win a game?
We'll probably get the scrim at least once, I hope. Maybe twice. We'll think about it.
Before your first match?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you certain? Are all these issues that kind of came up before, are a lot of them cleared up now?
No.
No, you still have the scheduling diff?
Yeah. My flex support is also in the hospital for the last 3 weeks, like in and out. So,
Shoot.
you know, we're going. We're moving. We're smoothing.
So basically, if you win, it's good. If you lose, well, it wasn't your fault.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna blame Coolies no matter what.
There you go. That's the exact route. Just have the scapegoat set up early.
It's on stream. It's in the VOD. Coolies, I blame you.
So, once we got that through there, what team will Ignition Ruby be picking? And also, actually, before I ask, was this team your first pick?
No, this is like I think our last pick actually.
Really?
But we just changed it, approximately two minutes ago. But little known fact, I'm good friends with an old CGL player named Ocean. You know very well.
Yeah.
Who runs an org called Incendia. That's fire themed.
Yeah.
Starts with an I, fire theme. 8-1 in the CGL, or 7-2 in the CGL season. So I mean, we're a fire themed team. Starts with an I, and we're 8-1 in the season. That's why we're gonna pick Incendia.
Okay, so you're gonna try to become, well, the other team tried to become the one that like it was the dominance of their platform. You're trying to become the dominance of your element.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Looks like you brought in Soma here from Incendia.
Yes.
Soma, so you've just been picked by Mr. Munching Carrot here on Ignition Ruby. What are your initial reaction to that?
I can't say I'm surprised. I think we going into this we kind of thought Ruby would pick us, and I know that like they're a very good team, but I think that us as a team we know we need to improve on, and that's what we've been working on like since our past Lucky 13 matches, which are the ones we lost, and getting our main tank, our EU main tank, like a better ping, because like hold DC like every match. But I definitely think like going into this match is gonna be a hard one, but I think we know what we need to improve on, and we can fix what we need to improve on to win.
Is it? You mentioned you know what you need to improve on. Is that something you're able to share now? What you guys think you're working on, or are you trying to keep that special sauce hidden?
I don't want to really say anything, but I think that like our last streamed game was the Lucky 13 one, which is a 3-2, and then the other Lucky 13 match that we also lost was a 3-0. I think since that, we've strengthened our roster, we've strengthened just our team in general and how we play, and I think it's just like overall.
Okay.
I don't want to actually disclose anything.
That's fine. So you feel at this point in time that your roster's running the best it has the entire season.
Yeah.
And when going up against Ignition Ruby here, have you guys scrimmed before?
Yeah, I think once or twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was earlier in the season, I'm pretty sure.
All right. And do you feel that your control over elemental fire will prevail over theirs?
I think that they're definitely a good team, but I think that we can pull through. I don't think it'll be easy. I think it'll be a really close match, but I have confidence in my team.
So you're expecting like a 3-2 in your favor?
Yeah, but I think it could also go either way. Depends on like what both teams are at that day. I definitely think it could go either way.
Really will just be who's the better EU player.
Street or Matt.
Yeah.
Are the ping issues fixed for your EU player? Are the disconnection issues?
Yeah, he actually just recently went to college where ping is better.
Okay.
And you can't get lost.
That's true.
Yeah.
So if you win, it's a ping diff. That's what it is.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, Munching, is there any words you have for Soma here?
I mean, I don't know. We have the better British player. I'm pretty sure my 2800 SR on main support is over your 24 SR, 100 SR, so.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is.
All right. Is there any final words we have here before we move on to the next one?
Nope. I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, Soma, for joining us. I can't kick Munching and Carrot out yet because I need him, but I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Peace, home. This is fun. Should do this more often. All right. Moving on to the next team. It's gonna be Phrase Warriors Ragnarok. That's gonna be Mr. DJ Crude Oil. He's gonna get the last pick. Where is he at? All right, I've dragged them in. Hey there, DJ. How are you doing today? You're also muted.
He just said he's gonna go to the bathroom.
Oh no.
Interesting. So what?
All right. Wait.
There you go. He's back. He's back.
Who hasn't been picked yet?
So your last two picks can be either.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello?
You're just really quiet for me. Wait.
It's gonna be on your end.
Settings. Okay, speak now.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, that's good.
Alright. So you get the last pick of tier 3. You get to pick either between Tribulation Retribution or Saskatoon Moose Knuckles.
I think I'm gonna go Trib Retribution.
You're gonna play against Trib Retribution. Okay. Is there a reason you picked them over Saskatoon?
I know people on Retribution, and I like playing against people I know.
Okay.
So you like it for the friendly matchup, basically.
All right, so am I done?
We're gonna bring User in here.
Nah.
User, the captain of Retribution.
Oh, okay.
User, you're muted.
Hello.
Oh.
User, you there?
User?
User deport.
User deport?
User.
Oh, I saw that mute.
Oh, user deport?
Oh, remuted. I feel like it's. Oh, might have got the glitch.
It's on his phone, so.
Oh my goodness.
It could just be a phone diff.
Could be a phone diff. User, if you got anything to say to DJ, you want to just type it. We'll read it out on stream.
In the meantime, DJ, is there anything you want to say to User here?
No, I don't.
You said you knew people on their team. When was the last time you scrimmed or played their team?
The last time I scrimmed them, probably like a month ago.
So it's been a little
And
while.
I think we scrim them tomorrow, actually.
Oh. Scrimming, just gonna download the information right before your match, is what you're saying.
Classic. And User said, nothing really to say.
Alright then.
Fair enough.
Just wants to let the gameplay do the talking. Well, yeah, I guess thank you both for joining us. And we'll go get the final forced matchup.
Alright, am I good to go?
You're good.
Yes.
Let's go.
Enjoy your time in the bathroom.
Alright. The last matchup is going to be Team A versus Saskatoon Moose Knuckles. We're going to bring them in here. Bring in Brian from Saskatoon and UVL Author from Team A.
What's going on? How we doing?
I'm good. How's your night?
Good, good. Can't complain.
Good to hear. UVL, you're here? You dead?
Yay.
Hey.
So, let's start with Brian. You guys didn't get picked. Were you surprised about not getting picked?
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that team picked Insidia over us. I thought they were going to pick us, but it is what it is. I mean, we had 2 losses the entire season. It was against Lucky 13 and Insidia the first 2 weeks. But at that point, we kind of were just throwing people in random spots, and we kind of just like weren't really coached well, and like we were just kind of, filling in, people in different positions. And I don't think it was till like week 4 we kind of got like our, main positions, and we haven't lost since week 2. But yeah, I'm a little surprised, but I think I think we're in a much better position than we were, starting off the season, and I think we have a good chance to go pretty far in this. So I'm excited.
All right.
Nice.
And UVL, you guys got the 8th seed today or this tournament. And now you're up against Saskatoon Moose Knuckles. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good, honestly. I'm surprised that I actually had to play them because I don't know. they're a Div 1 team. I mean, something really too special about them. They went 7-2, and I think the worst division. So nothing too special.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah, okay. Have you?
Although we were a mouse team, so I guess I can't really talk that much.
Have your two teams scrimmed each other before?
No.
No.
So this is a pretty fresh matchup then.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them. So it should be fun.
Okay. Is there any like known friends or people on the other team?
I don't think so, bro.
Okay. This is going to be an interesting matchup. So this one could probably go either way then. That's what I'm hearing.
No, it's gonna be 3-0, and we have Brain back.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I don't know anything there, but I think it'll be a good matchup.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Do your what styles do your teams specialize in, or are both teams very flexible?
We're pretty heavy brawl team. That's what we've been running, and it works. It's been working, so that's kind of what we run.
All right. Yuvil, what about you?
Pretty flexible team, honestly. Can run a lot of things, especially with a DPS lineup of Blur and Brain. Now that we have Brain back, pretty nice. Back on off tank, pretty good too. Very flexible team. Never know.
And
no hints.
And do you feel that the this is for both of you in general, that since playoffs are loser picks map, do you feel that will allow you to kind of like better fit your team's style for the picking the maps, or do you feel like the set map pool like was actually better for your team because you're able to like better prepare for those maps specifically?
No, we troll on like every scrim, so maps don't really matter.
You just gotta turn up in game, right?
Yeah, I agree with that comment. It doesn't really matter the map. We just gotta, whatever happens in the game happens in the game. We just gotta, roll the right comp out and, see what happens.
I mean, nothing can be as bad as week 9 maps.
Look, we gotta get rid of them somehow. Like before we used to do loser picks in the playoffs, what we used to do, we used to have a separate set map pool for the playoffs. And usually what I used to do was throw all the worst maps in the first week so we could get them out of the way, so the good maps were for the higher parts of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any final comments here before we take a brief break and go to tier 4?
Let me think of something.
Takes him a second. The duck's gotta warm up.
Yeah, the gears are grinding.
The duck brain, right?
Duck brain.
Very high IQ. Did you know that ducks, random duck fact, did you know that ducks can swim?
I was actually not aware of that fact. I appreciate the information.
Learn something new today.
Yeah, do you put duck facts into your match chats during scrims and matches?
Okay, I'll do that.
There you go.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I should start posting on Twitter actually. Give me some tweet ideas. Haven't tweeted anything in like a week.
That's probably safer.
Yeah,
Twitter is a place.
I just want to say best of luck to you and Team A, and it should be a good match. So I'm excited. So good luck.
Good luck.
All right, thank you two very much.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming.
Yep. Have a good night.
So that will conclude tier 3 there. We're gonna do a brief intermission here for tier 4, let ourselves take a break, get a drink, kind of stuff, and clear up a few things. We'll be right back after the break with tier 4.
Okay.
All right. Hello everyone, we are back. You thought we were gone? Nah, it was just a prank. We're here.
Yep. So we had a little bit of confusion with some last minute conflict of stuff, but we're back now and to go over the tier 4 format. So it was supposed to be the top 6 from each division, but as one team got banned, only 5 teams were remaining in the other division, so it's top 6 and top 5. And now the top 5 teams will get a bye week, and the 6th seed and 7th seed will be able to choose their opponents for the bracket.
So yeah, so it was a little bit scuffed, but we make our adjustments. This was very last minute, and we do the best we can here to manage.
So we're gonna bring in Bad Ghostbusters, the captain of Fury Drip. Fury Drip? Sure.
I think it's Fury Drip.
Yeah, Fury Drip, to make their selection. Hey there, Bad Ghost. How are you doing? You're muted, by the way.
Bad Ghost?
Bad Ghost?
Please talk to me. Carrot and I are lonely here.
For real.
Yeah. Don't understand this. We've been sitting in this blank void for quite a while now.
Hello.
Nope.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
So, welcome to the opponent picking stream. Yes.
Thank you.
And appreciate you bearing with a little bit of the scuffness here.
I was not expecting to pick.
Yeah.
Some last minute stuff went down. So,
with that being said, how would you guys describe your season so far? Your team's 7-2, so you have a decent record.
7-2.
Yes, with the changes.
Oh. Well, at the beginning we played pretty strong, I'd say, and then there's a period of time where most of our players were unavailable or had to do things, so we had to play most of our matches with 1 or 2 players on. So it was started strong, ended not so strong. These playoffs were ready to go in and make a name for ourselves.
Okay. And
you guys are a PS4 team, right?
Yes.
And you're playing a primarily Xbox League, I would say. I think probably like 75-25% split. What's that like, playing against Xbox players?
It was different at first, cause obviously before the cross play happened, we were only like scrimming against PS4 teams, and for our tier, scrimming against PS4 teams in our tier was kind of like really easy. So you had to like try to scrim up like to tier 5, which they've been a lot harder, but it's been practice for us, for us to get better. But like with Xbox teams coming in, it's been a lot tougher, I'd say. They've been more challenging, I'd say.
Okay, and with that challenge, do you feel like your team's gotten better from them?
Yeah, we definitely have. I think we're a type of team that we're able to read like the other team's play as well, but we don't really apply to that into our game, like in mid game until until the next game happens, and we would kind of like remember it.
Okay.
But that's something we should work on to adapt mid game.
So with that being said, your team's able to pick between Polos, Guardians, and... Wait, what?
Poyos.
Poyos? Well, you wrote it wrong then, I'm sorry to tell you.
What? This is Poyos Hermanos.
Look. I'm just looking how you wrote it.
You got Poyos Hermanos, Guardians, or Solstice. Do you have a choice? You have a pick lined up for us.
I think for this, we'll go with Guardians XC.
You got Guardians.
That's
okay.
Our pick.
And what led to this pick? Any specific reason?
I'm not very too confident on Polos. Yeah, I'm not too confident on them. I've not seen them play at all, so I don't want to go in blindly and then possibly have to lose a playoff match because like we don't know what they're possibly gonna run or whatever.
Fair enough.
Solstice has beaten us, so that's a no. And Guardians seems like the easier choice out of those three.
Have you played Guardians before?
We have. We've beaten them 3-1 or 3-0. I'm not too sure.
Okay. So we brought in Hairball here from Guardians.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on being picked by Verdrip here?
I'm gonna be honest. It's time for some playoff peak kind of stuff.
Oh.
Guardians is pretty good in the playoffs.
Really?
I've known Hairball to be really good, especially a lot of his teammates. That when they played Tier 3 last season, they went far.
What about Tier 4 though? That's the real question.
Hey.
Hairball, it's your first
determined.
Tier 4. You've
Hey,
been
I
in Tier 3 so long. You ready?
It's gonna be better than Tier 3, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing at this point. So
how would you describe your team season?
a lot of ups and downs. So beginning of the season we were kind of rough around the edges. Being a Tier 3 move-up team was very, very different, and we had to adapt really fast, and we didn't adapt really fast at the beginning. So I'm just happy we got into playoffs, and we got so much improvement throughout the season, and we're just ready to go, honestly. Our past couple weeks, we've been stellar, and I think we can take it into playoffs and ride it.
All right.
You sure?
I am positive. Don't you worry about that.
Good to have that confidence.
Okay, well,
gotta have
we'll
the
see
confidence.
now.
We love the confidence.
Big trust.
So do you guys have anything else you want to say to each other before we let you go?
I will say thank you for picking us. It's gonna be a good matchup. And yeah, let's have some fun with this.
Alrighty then.
I could say the same thing. Let's have some fun.
Let's just not make it 7 maps like every other playoff series I played in.
No. We do 9 maps instead.
Yeah, 9 maps.
Don't worry, it's gonna be a 3-0. So.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. It will. You're right.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Hey, shout out the boys, Guardian Squad. We roll.
Shout out to the furry squad. Oh, furry joke.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Now up next, we're gonna have Velocity Hydro, who is. I forget who their captain was.
You lose Velocity again?
I forgot who their captain was.
It's Wheat. Yeah, you can just see them in the waiting room list.
Yeah, listen. You're old. I'm also blind. It's okay. Hey there, Gui. How are you doing today?
Hello.
Hey. So, you guys get the second pick in Tier 4 playoffs.
Yes.
And you get to pick from their last 2 remaining teams are. Where did I put it?
Pollos Hermanos and
Solstice.
Yeah, we'll take Pollos Hermanos.
Pollos Hermanos. Okay.
Alright, is there any particular reason why you picked them?
Honestly, it's just because we know their team. Solstice, I don't think we've ever played against or scrimmed, so.
Okay, so you're trying to go for that kind of known quantity.
Yeah.
Have you guys what was the last time you scrimmed Pollos? Pollos?
Probably a few weeks ago.
And how did that scrim go? More towards your guys' favor or theirs?
More towards ours.
Okay. So you just feel that just the known quantity just ends up being a more favorable matchup for you?
Yeah.
Alright, and how would you describe your season so far? You guys have a pretty decent record overall.
Yeah, our season went good. We just kind of just have to focus up right now. That's what I feel like.
As it just kind of like work on that consistency?
Yeah.
Okay, well we did bring Dizzy in here from Hermanos here that you just picked. Dizzy, what are your thoughts on being picked here by Velocity Hydro.
You're also muted.
Oh, my bad. I don't think we've played Velocity yet, but
We've at least scrimmed.
I don't know.
So have you seen their team play at all, Dizzy?
No, not really.
All right. So if you're not being as familiar with the team, how do you go in and prepare for a team you're not as familiar with?
Probably just gonna play like ball. I mean.
So your team really prefers kind of like the ball diva dive?
Probably, yeah, something like that. I'm not gonna lie, my team has probably more forfeit losses than wins, so.
Oh, okay. So you feel like your record would be higher if
didn't get scheduled.
If you guys had scheduled better, basically.
Yeah.
Something like that, but I got faith in my team. I think we could win.
Do you think that your team will be able to kind of show up a bit more actually in terms of literally showing up for your playoff matches?
Yeah, I think we could beat Velocity. I wanted to pick and play against Guardians because they're really fun to play against, but I think this will be a good match, hopefully. What is Velocity seed right now, actually?
Velocity are
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7th seed, and you guys are 9th.
Yeah, I think we're like, wait, what is our what's
Your
our
record?
Yeah.
Velocity is 7-2. You guys are 6-3. So you're right behind us.
Jesus. All right. Well, theoretically they should win, but I'm rooting for 88s as usual.
All right.
Right.
Is there any final words you guys have for each other?
Good luck, I guess. See you in playoffs.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for picking
Yep.
it and all that.
Peace.
Alright, so it looks like we got the last one, which is the forced matchup between Sans and Solstice, the two S teams that do exist.
So let's bring those guys in. We've got Echo still from Saint Voir, and I'm trying to figure out who's here from Solstice. I don't remember.
Oh, I saw it somewhere.
It's Angel Boy, I believe.
Angel was not here with us. I'm sad.
Not sure. But good morning, Echo. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How about yourselves?
Oh, not so bad.
So
you guys didn't get to pick, but you got stuck with Solstice. Are you happy about that? Sad about that?
Yeah, I think we're pretty happy with that. But we're going into every game, every opponent the same way, same mentality. So I think we would have won no matter who we played.
How would you guys describe your season so far? If you had to summarize, like, has it had a lot of ups and downs? Has it been a struggle, or has it just been pretty smooth sailing?
Yeah, it's been a struggle for sure. We lost, I think, 3 players mid-season early on. So it was, we had some off-rolling going on, but even through the off-rolling, we kept it close with some good teams, some top teams. So I'm pretty confident going forward.
Cool. Is there anything your team feels like it has to work on for these playoffs in order to like kind of perform at the level you're looking to do?
I think we really just gotta focus on ourselves. I think any loss we've had has come from us and not because the enemy had better players or better strategies. We just can kind of get in our heads maybe. So we just gotta focus on us and we'll be fine.
Okay. And Munchie, were you able to find anyone from Solstice?
They have not come up. So.
All right. Was there anything you want to say to Solstice that they can't say back to you?
If they ever watch this
yeah, I mean, if they're out there, I hope it's a banger in our favor, of course.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just looking for some good Overwatch. I'm excited.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us, and good luck in your match.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
So now we can
All
move on to bring the
other captains that didn't actually get to pick a team.
ones that get a bye.
The ones that get a bye first week, and so we can see what they think. So we're gonna go with QZK4 from Tribulation Tier 4, Godspeed from For Sure My Gangster, Godspeed 2019, Call Me Jags from Lemonade. Who's here from Event Horizon again? It's Nuke. Nuke's been here literally since we started, so I like that he stayed. And Amaterasu Light believe is a Karizu, or it's okay.
Yeah, they're right there.
Come. All right. Hey guys, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Munching Carrot.
Good morning, Gutspeed.
Hey, it's nighttime actually.
You don't know that.
Can you say goodnight, Godspeed?
No, someone left. It was QZ.
One second, let me record that real quick. No, well.
So, were all of you watching when the previous picks happened?
Yeah, I watched
No.
most of it.
So, for those that were watching, did any of these picks surprise you?
Not really, to be honest.
So pretty much all just right down the line, it's like, yeah, of course they picked that one.
Yeah, because I think I only missed, I don't know if I missed any, but I'm pretty sure it's just 2 picks, right? And
There
then
were
there's
2 picks and 1 force, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fury Drip picked Guardians, Velocity picked Pollos Hermanos, and then Sansvar is going to be against Solstice.
Yeah, I assumed players would get picked pretty early because they have a lot of, like, times where they can't play with their full roster, so it's a good idea to pick them early.
They're a really strong team with
Yeah,
their full roster.
strength, they're a good team,
They're-
but it's a matter of if they can get their players in there, then they're good.
I thought it was interesting that a lot of teams seem to want to avoid Solstice, because it seems like nobody had played Solstice before.
We played them, and they're a weird team to go against. They play some interesting stuff, especially ball, but they're a pretty solid team.
What kind of like weird things do they play with ball?
They play like that Lucio Pharmacy kind of stuff with ball, where you can't really dive much. So they're frustrating to play against, but if you're a solid team that has a good mental, you can play against them pretty well.
So they're kind of like a Chengdu type team?
Yeah, they play some weird stuff.
Okay. Is there any
So-
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say, is there any matchups you're looking to curious to see the result of?
I'm curious to see how Sansvar does, because I haven't played against them. I haven't scrimed against them in like a few months, and they weren't super good when we played them last. But I looked at their record a few days ago, and apparently they're doing very well. So I'm interested to see how good they're doing. But yeah, other than that, I don't.
Alright. So I'm actually doing this math correctly. All 5 of you guys' teams get a bye week in the first round of playoffs. So you guys have an extra round to prepare. And in the second week, some of you play the winners of the previous matches, but the 5th and 4th seed, so Event Horizon and Amaterasu's Light, play each other to get to semis. Yeah. So Nuke and Karizu, sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
It's
Are you guys ready for that match? You guys looking forward to it?
Yeah, definitely, honestly. I couldn't find a better matchup, to be honest.
So you think it's gonna be a close one?
If you were in that
Yeah,
top
definitely.
4 position, would you have picked Event Horizon?
If we were
Or maybe
okay.
not.
Yeah, honestly, I think it would be like a really good game, and like in our scrims and games, we've always been pretty close. So yeah, it would be a really good matchup.
Alright.
Do you guys scrim each other often then?
I would say near like the beginning of the season we did, but like sort of like towards like present time we haven't as much.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
yeah.
So if we go down through this list, Munchie, maybe we would do like predictions of the matchups. So between Fury and Guardians, who all do you think will win that matchup?
Karizu?
Wait, I'm sorry?
Just in
Between,
general, this is kind of open
between-
for everyone.
Oh yeah, between Furry Drip and Guardians. How do you think that match is gonna go?
I definitely think that Free Drip is gonna win that one.
I think whatever team Hairball is on is winning it all. I'm saying that right now. The
Okay.
best,
Hairball has that-
best Reaper on the box.
That's true.
Undisputed.
I remember preseason, wasn't it Exultant's team was the really good team at 6-man at Monkey Rush?
Yeah, they're the 6-man team. Yep.
So you know that add that Masterclass Reaper in.
They're both in my group, those 2 teams, and if I had to take a guess, I'd say Guardians, because they play at a very fast pace, and like Ferdrip's captain said earlier, they're not always at full strength, so if they are caught on, off guard a bit, they can snowball a win pretty easily. Guardians can, so.
Okay, and then what about the matchup between Velocity X and Hermanos?
I have no idea who's even on the Velocity team. I've never scrimmed them. I don't see them play ever. But I know idiots, if they have their players, they'll be good. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
we played, our week 9 game was against them, but we kind of 3-0'd them, I believe. Oh wait, hold on.
Hermanos or?
Yeah. I'm
or
sorry, Velocity.
Okay.
Wait, we either 3-0'd them or 3-1'd them, but they're a pretty decent team, but they were also kind of just sort of easy to beat, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I mean, we're a pretty strong team.
Just gotta flex on a
Depending
little
on
bit.
the comp. Oh, it was 3-2. 3-2, my bad. We 3-2'd them.
Got it. And what about the matchup between Censor and Solstice? Does it seem like people were confused about Solstice before? Do you think
Honestly, I think that's going to be a very interesting matchup.
so? One of
So
those
I
matchups
haven't-
where people are confused whether Solstice throws them off with their weird comps, basically.
Yeah, it
Oh,
all
yeah.
depends on if, what's it called? Sansfora has a good, IGL for them to keep them on the right track. If they don't, it might be a tough match for them, but if they have somebody to keep their heads steady, then they should be fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Is there any final comments any of you have?
Not really for me. I'm excited we got a bye week. That's pretty cool. I
Oh,
was not
yeah.
looking forward to getting picked or having to do that.
Yeah, there was that last minute, I believe it was exactly 15 minutes before the show started. CR
Yeah.
finished up some reports, and so now you 4 or 5 QZ left, but you 4 have a bye week going into the playoffs. So I mean, you just have to win one game now to get into the double elim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no pressure.
Yeah, it's crazy because literally me and my captains were just freaking out because we would have to choose, pick a team. But then
Right.
this stuff came out, and we were just like, oh, thank God we have a bye week.
It's okay. We were mentioning Karen and I were freaking out for the other reasons. There's like a shoot. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and I guess we'll move on to tier 5 now.
Yeah, no problem.
Think
Thanks
it's
for having us.
Alright, yeah, thanks.
Have a good one.
So I didn't actually get all of the names for tier 5. I think they're in here though.
Yeah. So Vendetta's, I believe, is the
Protocol.
is basically the only picker
Right. Okay.
this time around
So-
because so for those who didn't know, tier 5 basically
has 16.
it keeps having a situation where teams make the playoff format and then people keep dropping. In fact, we actually found out literally today that one of the teams dropped. So originally had an 8-team bracket and then teams dropped, so it went down to a 7. And it dropped again this morning, so it went down to a 6-team bracket, which is lovely. So originally, it was tier 5 was gonna be similar to some of the other tiers where it'd be top 8 and then top 3 seeds would pick their opponents. But then when it went down to 7, then the first seed got a bye, and now that we're down to 6, seeds 1 and 2 get a bye, and seed 3, which is Vendetta in this case, will pick their opponent. The teams making playoffs in tier 5 are Wasted Potential at seed 1, 88s at seed 2, Vendetta Upstarts at seed 3, Lionheart at seed 4, Solar at seed 5, and Kinetics at seed 6. Dragons was the seed 7, but they decided to just drop, literally today. So Wasted Potential and 88s will get a bye first round, and Vendetta, the seed 3, will be able to pick between Solar and Kinetics. And Lionheart, which is seed 4, will play whichever one Vendetta does not pick. So we have Y Protocol here. Oh man. Protocol, are you
Hello,
there?
Protocol. You are muted.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, what's up?
Not much. So you are obviously the T5 playoffs have been a little bit scuffed here with the teams just dropped in here.
Yeah.
Your team is currently 5-4. How would you describe your team's season so far?
I feel like it has always been a little bit rough because at the start we were initially planning to be a T4 team.
Mhm.
And that was partially my fault because I was trying to just get people I was close with.
Mhm.
Because I like having fun.
Understandable.
While being on the team. and then we had like too high of a SR average, so we just ended up going T5 instead. So I was like kind of nervous for like everyone on the team because it was a big change.
Yeah, how do you feel like that's as the season's gone on longer? How do you feel like that's worked out?
I feel like everyone from like T4 really like improved a lot. That was like one of like the big reasons we were going T5. We were really looking to like improve individually, just like everyone on the team, and I feel like we did really good with that.
Okay. And yeah, so obviously things have changed a little bit here. Now you will be the sole team picking your opponent here. You were able to pick between Solar and Kinetics. Kinetics being my team actually. What team will your team be picking?
We're gonna pick Solar.
Okay. And is there a reason behind that?
The last time we played them, I feel like we did really well against them. If I remember correctly, they were victims of the Proto Bastion.
Ah, yes.
So
I scrimmed the Proto Bastion many a times.
yeah, we love the Bastion strat.
It's okay. We were one of the same. With our team also runs quite a good bit of Bastion. Okay. So do you feel like your team matches up well against like what they like to run?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we run like somewhat of the same things, and a lot of times we're just a little bit better at like counter picking. For like if they have like a little bit of a different comp, maybe we go to like Sombra, or like maybe we go to Pharaoh. And I feel like that always helped us with just like flexibility and like being able to counter pick.
Okay, so your team's very good at kind of reacting on the fly. So like, hey, this isn't working. Let's try this.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you feel like? Let's see. Do we have? No, sorry. I just remember we don't have a representative from Solar here because they said they weren't gonna be able to make it. Nobody on their team was gonna be able to make it. So is there anything you want to say to Solar in general if they go back and watch this?
Just be prepared for the Bastion shots.
Be prepared for the Bastion. It's not something you hear very often, but it is something you have to be prepared with when playing Vendetta upstarts.
For sure.
Alright, well thank you very much. I guess we'll move on to, what's it called, Lionheart and Kinetics. Kinetics being my team, so we might as well just bring a drunk lion here from Lionheart.
Alright, Protocol. Have a great night. Move drunk lion in here. Hey there, Lion. How you doing?
Hello.
How's it going?
So I gotta ask. Are you offended at all that you didn't get picked?
No, not at all.
No.
Because I know the only person that was expecting to pick us was Crazy 88. So.
Yeah, and he's been trying to pick you for a while now, but the team's dropping. Has just refused to allow it to happen. So we'll probably hear Triumph Malt about that here in the near future, as we bring him in. But so this is I believe how would you guys talk about your season so far? Because I believe your team moved up originally from Tier 4 last time, right?
Yeah, we were. This is our first season as a Tier 5 team.
And how do you let that work out for you guys?
Honestly, I think we outperformed our expectations. I just wanted to be able to actually put up a good fight with a bunch of teams. We did get rolled a few times, but especially by Vendetta and Wasted, they gave us a good run. But I think we put up a good fight against a lot of teams, so nothing to be ashamed about.
All right. Well, at this time around, so since Vendetta picks Solar, you will be playing Kinetics in the first round, which in this case is my team. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Oh, good, nice little rivalry between us, our nice scrim partners. I'm excited. I'm glad we get to have one last league match before with you guys. So I think this is probably our best bet, or not our best bet, our best matchup that we could have asked for. Most entertaining battle, at least.
Yeah, we've always liked scrim you guys. You guys have been a good team to scrim with. I guess I have a question for you. Are you ready for some Bastion?
Listen. I know you're going to be getting some words from my team if you run some Bastion, so that's all I got to say.
Well, as long as it's just words and you guys are talking while you're losing, I'm fine with that. I guess from that, yeah, we actually literally scrimmed like yesterday too.
Shame I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there. You're right. Sorry, I invited Diablo. Well,
You were.
Well, there was words yesterday about us running Bastion. Yeah, I can confirm there was words. Effect was very unhappy about both Bastion and Dan shooting him with Pharah.
Yeah, that sounds like my team. They do not like Bastion.
Yeah, so I guess going into this this first matchup here, obviously it's only double elim after the first round. Because of that, is there anything that you feel like your team has to like focus on for like a matchup like this?
We just gotta play the game the way we like to play it. We gotta stop adjusting ourselves to the other team and just play the way we play. We play our best when we're just focused on ourselves and ignoring all the outside talk. So
yeah, it's very easy to like kind of get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I've been there before. I guess let me hand the reins over to Munching here, so I'm not like interviewing myself or anything here.
So Headrunner, you didn't get picked, but you got volunteered to play Lionheart.
I did.
First round. How do you guys feel about playing them? Obviously, you guys are scrim partners and whatnot. You probably play during the season.
I think it's very interesting actually, because I think our teams do have two kind of very different styles we prefer. Lionheart kind of prefers more of like, you know, the divey type things with like, you know, Winston and like on and that kind of stuff, and our team prefers much more of like double shield, brawl, and like a bunker thing if we want to. We don't really run as much dive, it's just not as our style as much. So I think it's really going to be more of a stylistic matchup, in which team is able to like kind of pull off, kind of like Ryan kind of alluded to it earlier, what team's kind of able to like pull off their style they want to without having to like change around too much. There's times where, you know, we have rolled them in scrims, there's times where they have pushed us pretty good in scrims too. And I really think it's going to be, I think the losers pick format will be interesting. Because we'll be able to pick the styles that we prefer. Or some, you know, different maps are better for different styles. So I'm looking for, well, I mean, if I'm being biased, I'm looking for a 3-0, but if I'm being realistic, I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, Lion, Rammer, you guys got anything to say to each other before we almost close it out?
I don't think so.
All I gotta say is try not to get bullied by our all-star MVP diva player, Only Echoes. He will be hunting you down the entire game.
Okay. I will just sit behind my tanks and just shoot the ground on Baptiste.
Alright. Thank you, Lion, for coming in.
Alright, good luck.
Yeah, I guess so now, unfortunately...
Alright, that's gonna be the rest of the show?
Yeah, it's gonna be the rest of the show. Unfortunately, Last Triumph from Crazy Dates did not show up. It's really unfortunate.
Dang. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, no, unfortunately we do have to bring Mr. Last Triumph in here, or he will mold more than he has already probably been molding.
He's been waiting for a long time. So we're gonna bring Mr. Triumph in from Crazy 88's the team that didn't get picked. They have a bye this week. So, morning Triumph, how are you doing?
Did he get the bug? That'd be so funny. Did Triumph get Discord glitch? That's the
Triumph? Question mark? Triumph? Hey yo.
Unfortunate, Triumph.
Triumph, your mic isn't working.
So everyone, for those who don't know, this is the Mr. Triumph here is the captain of Crazy E8s, and he is also the Tier 5 liaison. Quite a controversial figure sometimes with his with his takes. You might know him very well from his tier and power ranking lists, which are bring a lot of discussion.
We go to waiting room, maybe.
Oh, he just deafened himself.
Let's go to the other channel.
All right, we'll try on the other channels over. Can you hear us here, Triumph?
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
We should.
Oh, what are you? Yo, scuffed.
We should have stayed on the other
Not
channel.
scuffed. You're scuffed.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Anyway, so you guys didn't get picked, but were the picks like? Were you expecting that Vendetta to pick Solar?
Yeah, we kind of knew exactly who everybody was gonna pick. I didn't think you guys were gonna get picked Kinetics by Vendetta. We gotta systematically eliminate the PS4 teams, so.
Oh, you calling them out here? Is that what you're doing?
Well, no, it's just, you guys have a scary player in Neon, and you guys play some weird stuff, and I don't really think Solar's good.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So, I thought it was pretty obvious. I also asked them who they were going to pick, so.
Oh, so you're trying to get the insider information.
Well, no, okay, well, I thought we were going to be picking going into this, so I wanted to know if, there was anybody they wanted to play, because we were going to be picking high seeds, so I wanted to pick, Vendetta. And then we couldn't pick them because they got the 3 seed. Then I wanted to pick Lionheart, and then we couldn't pick them because you guys made up some scuffed rule.
Sir, we were falling. Well, no, it wasn't because of that. But even with that one didn't disband, he still couldn't have picked it because we were following the Overwatch League rules for opponent picking.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was just it went about as how I seen it, but I don't really think it matters. So
okay, so
I think both Xbox teams are gonna win though.
Okay, so you think that what's it called here? You think that we will beat Lionheart, and you think that Vendetta will beat Solar? Is what your prediction is?
Yeah, I think y'all will probably win 3-2, and then I think Vendetta will probably clap Solar 3-0. So
okay, pretty bold prediction there.
I mean, we scrim kind of the teams. We don't really scrim Lionheart, but
we're a pretty good team. I
don't know. I think you guys will beat them, so they avoid scrimming us. So who knows?
All I'm hearing from you in recent times is that like you're avoiding people in scrims, people are avoiding you.
No, dude.
I'm just saying you seem to be the center of a lot of these issues. Is what I'm hearing.
I message them to scrim every week, and all they say is they don't scrim on Fridays.
Well, then you got your answer. They don't scrim on Fridays. Just don't scrim on Friday.
Yeah, just scrim any day other than Friday.
Yeah, well, I messaged them early in the week. They say they have scrims, so it's just
You're just slow, man.
So you're just slow.
Sounds like 3 weeks. You gotta schedule an appointment at least 4 weeks in advance.
This reminds me when Triumph messaged me in the beginning of
the high-class restaurant.
Triumph, this reminds me when you messaged me on like a Saturday or something like that. I had my entire schedule planned out for the next week, like multiple times.
Yeah, well, hey, I messaged you about scrimming on Monday, so get back to me.
Yeah, but I also don't scrim. We don't scrim on Mondays. I told you this for 9 weeks that we don't scrim on Mondays.
Sounds like you guys are avoiding us.
No, it sounds like you were just bad at scheduling.
Definitely scared.
I don't know. Should be a good playoff.
Yeah.
Until we start playing teams. So.
Although then it'll be bad playoffs when we start playing.
Yeah.
No. I don't think we'll lose a map. So.
All right, pretty
even
bold.
Worse playoffs once 88 gets knocked out. I'll laugh.
I would laugh too. That'd be pretty sad.
Look,
but,
I've told this to some of the people on your team where we just if we end up playing your team at some point, what's it called? We'll just kill you and just do nothing else. We'll just go spawn camp.
Yeah, but it's like whatever.
Yeah,
we'll still win.
Yeah, but you'd be annoyed.
I'll just tilt quietly in the corner while you guys lose the map.
You don't tilt quietly. We know that.
Oh well, whatever.
Yeah, no denial.
Not during games. Not during games. Just during scrims.
Okay. I don't know if there's any idiots players in the chat that can confirm or deny this, but
I don't know. What about you, Headrunner? What you think? Who do you think's gonna win playoffs?
Oh, easy. Us. We're just gonna play Bastion and win easy.
Yeah, the fun team.
Who's gonna win?
Us,
easy. You're talking to the tier 4 8-time game team, a Headrammer.
Yeah,
all right.
Easy.
Dude, hey,
y'all tried
playing. You guys tried playing Bastion into us. All you do was.
Okay, that was fair.
All you did was just die.
That was
you just died.
That was a
Bastion on Kings Row.
That was a different issue. We'll talk more about that one later, but it's not what you thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, we got confirmed in the chat from multiple team members that 1, 2, 3 members all saying that you mulled very loudly in games.
This is during scrims.
Scrims. It does. Butters does tilt in games. Is what he said.
Butters hasn't been to a game all year, man.
I don't know. All I know is
I trust Butters. I trust
Butters too.
It's hard to maul when you're 3-0ing everybody.
But you found a way. It's impressive. Keep up the good work. Anyways, thank you for joining us here and figuring out your Discord issues as we fixed it for you. Yeah, this is gonna end up being the conclusion though of what's it called? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I just tried to kick it from the voice channel. I kicked it from the server by accident.
No way.
Whoopsies.
Alright guys, Triumph is no longer in CGL, just so you know. You heard it here first on stream.
You know, that button should not be next to each other. Let me fix that. 1 second.
No, don't. Let him figure it out. He'll come into your DMs.
Yeah.
But we want to thank everyone for watching. It's been 2 hours we've been doing this. Thank all the captains for showing up, picking teams. All the brackets are updated. They'll be released
probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow, hopefully.
The goal is tomorrow so that you can.
Remembers to ping everyone.
The goal is tomorrow so that everyone can plan their matches properly and see how it's supposed to lay out.
And Tracemaker from Wasted Potential has arrived
as
soon as we ended.
Hello.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
As soon as we're about to end.
So.
What do you mean by that?
So I guess what that means, since we might as well have you here. What are your thoughts on the picks for Tier 5?
On the what?
The picks
Tier
for
5
Tier 5
playoffs. Were you watching?
I think it's gonna be interesting. You know, it's gonna be fun to play Bastion into Kinetics. You know.
Oh, you want to do Bastion v
Hopefully.
Bastion?
Yeah, Bastion v Bastion.
That'd be fun. Well, of course, that does assume that actually, I forget what side of the bracket we end up being. So I think actually my team probably does end up on your side. I think. I forget.
I mean, you can pull some strings, obviously, right? You know.
Oh yeah. We can not. Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously, this requires we have to beat Lionheart first, because let's see, Lionheart runs into us, and then Vendetta plays Solar. Of those two matchups, what do you think those results are gonna be?
I think Kinetics is gonna win. You know, the Bastion. You know, it's gonna be easy to play into Lionheart since they have 2 AFK DPS all the time. You know.
Oh, calling them out.
You know. What can I say? Fuck, I have Zim Baby on my team.
Oh, you in a comp?
But
yeah, I'm in a comp.
Who's the better Bastion? Would you say? Who's your Bastion headremmer? Is it Husky?
Neon. Yeah.
Oh, Neon. And it would be Husky. Is it Neon or is it Protocol?
Oh, it's easy Neon.
Alright, alright.
Okay, I'm gonna put Wavy Creature on Bastion. Y'all don't know anything about that.
Look, all I know is I've seen him play Sombra. That's what I've seen him play. He plays a pretty good Sombra, but that's what I've seen him play.
Yeah, you should see his Symmetric. Symmetric was crazy.
I think I have seen him play Symmetric. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Triumph has rejoined the server, accepting my invite.
Oh no.
Alright. Alright, well, I just joined late because I wanted to piss off Mariner, you know.
That's understandable.
Understandable. Well, thank you for joining us to give your commentary, and good luck in the playoffs.
Alright, thank you. Good luck to you too, bro.
Thanks. Alright, everyone.
Alright, now with that.
Yeah, now with that, we'll actually end it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for these playoff modifications. Like Munchkin Carrot said, it's been a little while, but we appreciate all of you that have been around the entire time, or those who have just tuned in towards the end. Yeah. Well, good luck in the playoffs. Brackets will hopefully be out tomorrow. We'll ping the server when they're out. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Have a good night, guys.